Hello again, I am John Barber and welcome back to F1 Manager 24. Create a team career here on the PS5. It's Season 5, we're at the halfway point. It's the final race before the mid-season break. We're heading to Spa for the Belgian Grand Prix, round 14. And as always, we will be delving into the comings and goings of F1's first Grand Prix this season during practice. An interesting race. We'll leave it at that for now. We'll come to it in a bit more detail as we spend some time going through practice. First, let's get ourselves ready for Spa. So let's take a look at our current part situation. As you can see, I've got a spare side pod that will be ready for qualifying. I have a new front wing and a new suspension in the design phase right now, but we've also had to shut down, I think, the wind tunnel again. Something, we've had to shut something down. Let's have a look. Which was it that got shut down? It was the wind tunnel. So the wind tunnel is shut down, which has delayed the development of those new parts slightly, but they will still be ready, or at least front wings will be ready for Zandvoort. The suspension hopefully will be ready on both cars for Monza. Might get one on the car for Zandvoort. We have a little bit of time. We have 20-something days, 20-something days in between races. Let's have a look. So we are here, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 28 days. We've got 4 weeks. It'll take, I think, is it 8 days for a suspension? So we might get them both. We might get them both. May have to rush them slightly to get them on both cars. We do desperately need a bit of improved performance. As you can see, we are very much mid-pack in terms of speed and DRS. Medium and high speed, again, mid-pack, a little lacking in the low speed. Luckily, this is more of a high-speed cornering circuit than low speed. There's only 2 corners that will be affected by the low speed. That's La Source and the bus stop. But apart from that, not too bad. But our tyre wear isn't great. Our dirty air tolerance isn't great. Our engine cooling is not great. So we definitely need some improvements in those areas. We do not have much in the way of spares. We've got no spare rear wings. We'll have a spare side pod for qualifying. No spare suspensions, but again, we've got new ones on the way. Front wings, we've only got the one, but again, we just have to get through this weekend and then we'll be fine. We are going to have to make a couple of rear wings because it's going to be a while before we get the chance to even build any. So let's build 2 rear wings. Going to be a long time before we can get a chance to start designing a new one, I think, given that the wind tunnel is shut down. What else do we need to worry about? Chassis, I've got one of those. Let's have a look. We're at medium risk here. What do we like on the other car? Medium risk on that one as well. That's not so good. Underfloors are medium risk on this car, and that one's fine. Probably do another underfloor as well. Let's build one underfloor. Don't want to spend too much in the way of money because we might need it. Also, we're going to find out tonight whether or not Kimi Antonelli will be signing for us next season. We have put an offer in to replace Fudo for next year. So it'll be interesting to see if he joins us. Or is it Joe? Which one of our drivers is out of contract at the end of this year? It's Fudo. So we have made an offer to Antonelli. Let's see if he'll accept. We can't really afford him this season in terms of his wages, but next season with a lot more prize money coming in, we should be able to cover his wages. I hope. I really hope. Weather-wise for today, it's going to be cool. Normal Friday, bit of sun, 20-degree weather for first and second practice. Saturday's going to be very cool, so that'll help with the tyres for qualifying because they'll be getting pushed quite hard. And then Sunday, race day, also a little bit cooler than we normally expect. Only 15 degrees could help protect the tyres. A one-stop could well be the way to go on that one. A soft to medium, maybe. Should be fine, I would imagine. Right, with that all out of the way, I think we are ready to head into practice. Let's set our targets: 16th and 18th, and off we go to Belgium.
This weekend, we're in Belgium, in the picturesque province of Liège. Halfway through the season, it's too early to call the championship. Can teams make good before the summer break, or will they be hoping for a reset?
Taking a look at the top of the constructors' standings, we've got a team that's starting to pull away. And at round 14, we're well into the season and the points allocation.
And with that, I think it's time to get started.
Evening, Dino. How are you tonight? Right, let's have a look, shall we? Let's give Arvid a run at this circuit. We'll put him on a set of mediums. Spa is a long track. It is normally 15 laps for a half and half session, so we'll go with 20 laps, and that should be more than enough. In terms of parts, I'm going to stick with that engine for the practice. We will switch the ERS. I'm a little wary about putting that engine in. It's not damaged, I don't think. Oh no, it is. Yeah, we'll go with it and hope. Driving options, we'll drop those down. Move over to Joe's car. I'm going to run him a little bit longer. We're going to go for 24 laps. Also a little iffy on the engine there, but hopefully he'll be okay. And now we'll do the setups. So, low downforce setups for Spa. Front wing in the 2.5 to sort of 4 kind of range. I'm going to go with a 3.5 to start. We'll go with a 9.5. That's usually the default for the rear wing. Can be a 10, can be a 9, but it's usually a 9.5. It's usually in the middle-ish area for the roll bar, pushing out towards the right hand side. Toe and camber. Camber's usually somewhere in the sort of mid to high range. I'm going to go with that, and then the toe's usually in the mid to low range. But again, that can vary a little bit. We'll go with that as our first setup. Let's go with Arvid. Something a little different. We'll stick with a 9.5. We'll go with a 3.5 again. We'll go with a 9.5 again. We'll go with a 3.7 in the middle. And this time we'll push that all the way up, and we'll bring that up a little bit to compensate as well, going so high with the camber. Let's go with that. Evening, Army. And let's send them into practice.
Green light.
Sergeant versus Bearman. Interesting. Behrman's at 97. Wow. There we go.
Copy.
Drivers are off and away. So, a dramatic opening weekend. A very dramatic opening weekend. Just one of those weird, crazy races. It just goes to show why I always enjoy starting a season somewhere other than Bahrain, where it's always the same. It's great to see Melbourne back at the start of the calendar. It's not going to stay there permanently. It would just be nice if it would, but the weather really did play a part in the dramatics of this weekend. Mistakes all over the place for rookies and veterans alike. Feel so sorry for Isaac Qajar to just drop it on the formation lap like that, you know. And what a classy move from Anthony Hamilton to immediately rush over and try and help console him. That could be really devastating for Hajar. You know, that crash. I mean, in a way, it's a good thing that China is this weekend coming, so it's only a couple of days out the car before he's back in and gets to put it out of his mind. Hopefully he has a good weekend in China. If he has another shocker, another horrible accident like that in China, that might be his season done. He might not recover mentally from that. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for him that he'll have a good, strong performance in China. Doesn't put a foot wrong. Shows his ability and his talent. Doohan, really not good for Doohan. Given the pre-season speculation with Colapinto for him to go out on lap 1. And in a straight line as well, which was a really weird thing. The car just went. You know, yeah, a bit of a weird one. A little bit similar to what happened to Hajar, but say he was going in a straight line, whereas Hajar was exiting a corner. But with all the pressure that's been mounting on Doohan before he even got in the car, you know, with Colapinto waiting in the wings, for him to drop the car in the barrier on turn one, on lap 1, really not the start of to the season that he needed. Again, he needs a really strong result in China now, or else his career might be over. Not just this season, but his career, because I think Flavio is just itching to find an excuse to drop him for Colapinto. And you know, yesterday will not have done him any favours in that regards. So look, we've got a 91 start there for Zhou. What about Arvid? It's taking a little bit longer to get the feedback from him. 73, so there's some work to do on that car. How you doing, Sam? Yeah, like I said, really classy touch from Anthony Hamilton there to immediately rush over to try and console Hajar, tell him to, you know, keep his chin up. And I remember seeing in an interview that he did afterwards, he said his heart broke as a father. You know, he immediately felt for him as a father, because, you know, he will have gone through similar things with Lewis, you know, in Lewis's early days. and he will obviously understand the pressure on a young driver making their debut. Again, having gone through that stage of Lewis's career with him, even if the circumstances were very different. So yeah, I was touched to see that. It was a really, really classy thing to do. And that is becoming a bit of a hallmark. I mean, let's not forget, at the end of 21, he went straight over to Lewis and, and was there when Lewis was denied his 8th title, and gave some words of advice and encouragement, and Lewis very quickly, congratulating Max, just very classy all round in that respect. And then you got Helmut being a Helmut. Yes, I have no love at all for Helmut Marko. It's like he deliberately sets drivers up to fail. The whole Flavio with Colapinto, I would not have been at all surprised if that had been Flavio signing Helmut signing Colapinto to replace Hajar or Lawson. Very, very weird. But we saw mistakes from others as well. We saw Hamilton looking a bit iffy at one point. We saw Leclerc spinning out towards the end of the race. We saw Sainz on the beginning of the safety car period just dropping it on the final turn. The torque delivery of that Mercedes engine catching him out. And this is exactly the same thing that I've been saying with Hamilton at Ferrari, is that it's a completely different engine that he's not used to racing with. It's going to take time for him to adjust to that. And it caught him out. It caught him out in a big way. Had it been dry, would not have been an issue. But wet, with the track as slippery as it was, and tyres wearing out, yeah, I can see exactly why that happened. Yeah, just very strange. Bortoletto may have actually had a problem with the car, which caused him to spin out like that and retire. He was reporting on that lap, earlier in that lap, that there was he felt something wrong with the car. And then it just went on him at the end of the lap. Very strange. Both McLarens going off. And Norris managing to get back onto the track relatively quickly. Oscar had carried a little bit more speed in and gone wider. It took him longer to get back on the track. And then he wasn't able to control the speed of the car on the approach to turn 13, which is why he then went off way into the grass. I thought he was done. The second he went in there, I thought he was done. But all credit to him. He kept that engine going, and he managed to just eventually, after just spinning his wheels going forward, he managed to find a bit of traction going backwards and edge that car all the way back to the safety car runoff zone, and then got back on track that way. So hugely impressive in that respect. But yeah, very, very bizarre race in some respects. Ferrari making a wrong strategy call. How often have we seen Ferrari do that? That's just that little concern for Ferrari. But they just always seem to mess up the strategy stuff. They did seem a lot better at it last year, but still an unnecessary mistake. All right, let's look at something like that. I think give that a try. Antonelli had an eventful Grand Prix, apart from his spin early on, where he went off at turn 5? Turn 4. He went off at turn 4 and spun it round. Got going again pretty quickly. He worked his way through the grid very well and up to 4th at the end of the race. You know, after his penalty was rescinded. Good little debut for him. That means we have a tie in the top of the constructors as well. 27 points apiece for Mercedes and McLaren. We are just off here, aren't we? This one's going to be a bit tricky to piece together. We're at 91%, so it isn't one big thing. It's just a series of small little changes that need to be made. And I'm going to start with that. See how that works. But the racing was good. There were some good moments, and the conditions did mean that there was a lot of difficulty in overtaking. You know, when you got stuck into a train. But McLaren looked really comfortable until that rain came back the second time. Once they broke Max, that was it. They were just long gone. Excellent drive from Albon as well. 10 points for 5th place. And Sauber getting more points in the opening Grand Prix than they did in the entirety of last season, just by keeping, you know, Hulkenberg keeping his nose clean and them actually, you know, not making any mistakes. Lawson, yeah, another issue for Lawson. I'm surprised Marco didn't absolutely slate him as well, but he has kind of been their golden boy of the 3 drivers that aren't called Max. And I do kind of feel that was maybe a little bit of their own fault, not necessarily his fault, because they kept him out on those mediums when they should probably have called him in for inters, given his lack of experience in those conditions in that car. So I don't put too much on Lawson for that one. I put that more on Red Bull.
Okay, green light.
Good to see Ollie Behrman got through the weekend, or got through the race, keeping his nose clean. Got the car home.
In case you are able to go out, slipstream will be better from us.
Copy.
There we go. We've got a fault.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
Oh, does it? Thank you for that, Crofty. I would never have noticed. It's the engine. So this is probably it for this engine now. Hopefully it'll get through this session.
I feel very natural with this balance.
Oh, nice. We found a little bit of an improvement there. We've gone from 91 to 96. So that's a nice step forward. And hopefully that'll be something that'll be relatively easy to fine-tune. No real improvement. If anything, we've gone slightly backwards with Fuji. So I've either gone the wrong way on something or I've not gone the right way far enough. I've overcorrected something and broken something else in the process, potentially. Oh, another fault for Fuji. Is that the engine again? Looks like. I think halfway through his run. Starting to worry he might not make it. Alright, now Joe into the garage. Evening, Wayne. So, it's cornering and traction, so... which way do I go? That's too much. It's way too much of a change. It needs to be much more subtle than that. So that's where we were. I think that's going to break my front wing. Let's go with that. Antonelli flying at the moment. Looks like Fuji might... he has made it back. Ooh, that was close. So, there we go. We went the wrong way with the roll bar. Let's go with a 5.5 then. pull that back that way. Go with that. See how we do with that. And we'll change out Fuji's engine for the next session. Just prep that. Okay, let's go with 22 laps of fuel. Hopefully we won't need to run for the full 22. What's my driver prep here? 50 plus setup, so 15 laps will be fine.
Two, one, green at the moment.
A lot of tension on the radio between Hamilton and his engineer. It's clear that Hamilton is not comfortable with his race engineer yet. I mean, it's not surprising. I mean, he was with Bono for what, 12 years? So it's going to take some time to adjust in that respect. When you've been with a race engineer that long, you don't even have to say half the time, because you just know what your driver is thinking, and vice versa. But you know, that relationship clearly isn't there at Ferrari yet, and it won't be, or I would say probably a season or two. Hopefully towards the end of the season they'll have a strong relationship, but yeah, right now it's not that there's no trust there, it's just there's no history there. And you can hear it in the conversations. Hamilton's so used to getting information in one way, and he's not getting it that way at the moment, the way he's used to. And it'll take adjustment from both halves of the equation, I think, Ferrari and him, to bed that in properly. We have improved with Fuji, but we're still not close. So I'm going to call him in. And we're at 97 for Zhou, and I think I'll probably just leave it at that, unless that's an easy, obvious fix. It's going to have to be that, isn't it? And then that's going to have to go to there. All right, there we go. So I'm happy with Zhou. Don't need to send him back out again. Fuji, though, we do need to send him back out. And that doesn't really give me a clear picture. Try that way. Yeah, a bit of a head scratcher on Fuji's car here at the moment. So, Max has got a damaged part in his car. Have a look, see what it is. It is his engine. So, for his sake, he's going to want it to go orange in this session. Otherwise, it's going to either be a problem in the race, or if it goes in qualifying, it's going to be a pit lane start.
There's a yellow flag now.
Oh, there we go. It went orange.
Along the straights here.
Just as we watched Stoffel spinning at the exit of the bus stop.
In the end, just a helpless passenger.
So Max will have a brand new engine for qualifying. Lawson's showing some pace. Is that just a slipstream lap, or has he got a brand new engine in the car? Well, it's got to be a slipstream. I don't think that car is genuinely that quick. Not a huge amount of fuel. And there we go. Big improvement for Fuji. Probably enough. I just want to get him up to about 90% on his track knowledge. Then he should be covered. Okay, so that needs to come down a bit. And that gives us a slight change to the front wing and the traction. That might be everything we need. Evening, Cloud. So I think we are set and prepped.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
Qualifying at Spa is one of the most exciting sessions of the year, and the season's longest lap leaves little margin for error. Drivers need to give it their all whilst avoiding any mistakes.
So as we head into this qualifying session, Karun, how do you think Lando's going to be feeling?
They had an excellent performance in practice, setting a solid lap time. They must be feeling confident. But confidence doesn't necessarily mean success in Formula One.
Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
I love that little shot there going over the Camel Straight where you can just see the different height elevations of the rest of the circuit in the background. Right, we are going to switch out the ERS for this race. We're going to go back to our 94% engine. I'm going to put a brand new gearbox in the car. There we go. Let's send them to the track for the start of qualifying. Can we get a clean first run, or are we going to get held up with traffic? Porsche and Verstappen coming out nose to tail. Max just behind Teo. And looking at the confidence bar, it does look as though those setups are damn near perfect. Yes, I did see yesterday's race. Thoroughly enjoyed it. A lot of drama. Bit of heartbreak for few. And anybody, speaking of F1, if anyone hasn't got the PC copy of F1 Manager, if they missed it on the Epic Store, it just went on sale as part of the spring sale on Steam for like £10.80. So that's probably what, $12 American, I think, somewhere in that region. So yeah, if you haven't got a copy of the PC version of this and you want to get a copy, very cheap right now on the Steam store. A few more cars pulling out in front of us. Gasly just leaving the pits. Hopefully no one else pops out. Well, didn't even get the chance to finish the statement. Out comes George Russell. You felt sorry for Piastri. I felt bad for him when McLaren put the kibosh on fighting for that period of time, and then okay, you can fight again. Oh, you're 3.5 seconds back. You're not close to fighting. That's a shame. There was an absolutely huge roar from the crowd when he managed to finally get the car out of the grass at turn 13 and back onto the track. Both drivers potentially getting held up here. Big hold up for Zhou. Fuji getting held up as well. Damn it. The other two should be fine. They'll be starting their push laps now. And Zhou will be clear for the rest of this lap now as well. But yeah, not the cleanest of first laps there. The 140.3, there's a lot more time to find. Joe's half a second slower.
Okay, Joe, now watch your delta.
And you see we're a second off Verstappen. Although let's not forget Max has got that brand new engine today. got a Mercedes of Sainz powering up behind us. Get out of his way into the marbles. Through Radion. But Haas on an in-lap. Yes, it is. So he should pull over as we approach Blanchimont. Antonelli just about to start his flying lap. He's going through the bus stop now. Oh, actually, he finishes his flying lap. He's only P7. He must have hit traffic way off the pace. Oscar is getting ready to start his. As he arrives at Blanchimont and should go full power now. There he goes. Oh, God damn it. Porsche popping out in front of us.
Tires okay. There is a bit of traffic in sector 3 at the moment. We are ready, more push, more push.
So if we don't catch him through Eau Rouge and Radion, we'll be okay. Pulling him over should mean that we'll be okay with Zhou as well. I hope. That's going to be a bit more touch and go. Yeah, there we go. So, clean first sector for Fuji. Got Nagel in front of us here. In a bad position. As we go through Speaker's Corner. And there we go, he pulls out the way before we hit Pouillon. That's good. Coming up to the back of a Mercedes in a bad spot. Oh, huge lift as we approach Stavelo. No real hold up for Zhou. Piastri crossing the line. He's only P14. Wow, Cadillac's struggling. Zhou moves up to P6. No improvement, I don't think, for Fuji. Yeah, I mean, look at that. We were 3 tenths down nearly, and we lost it all in the middle sector. We were up 2 tenths in the first sector. We were up half a second in the final sector. We lost over a second in the middle sector there. Damn. Fuji would have found a good couple of tenths. He would have been somewhere around Perez's time, if not further ahead. That's annoying. Right, we should be safe. We're going to stay in the garage. Don't really have time to go again anyway. Fuji suddenly drops down to 12th. Antonelli has not improved. Piastri is in danger, and he jumps up to second. Russell could be eliminated here. It's down to Sainz. Antonelli will make it through. And Sainz knocks out George. Pourchaire is out as well. Antonelli just squeaks through by the skin of his teeth there. 10th, just over a 10th away from elimination. Well, there we go, 97%, which we left it at. I can't fix that without breaking something in return. So we'll leave it at that. We did get to 100% in the end with Zhou. Let's see what we can do for our first run on a set of scrubs in Q2.
Second to the green.
This will not be quick enough to get us through. At least it shouldn't be. $139.7. That might be Fuji's quickest lap of the afternoon. 0.6 quicker than Zhou. Zhou getting caught a little bit with a little bit of traffic, I think. Uh, 8 minutes. It's too risky to do another lap before we go on to a new set, so we'll just have to wait. I'm going to go now. Our car's on in laps right now. About everybody on an in lap. Leclerc, mighty fast. Antonelli and Piastri both up there as well. Big gap then to Valtteri. And let's hope we get a clean run on these tyres, because this is the only run we can do. We will not have time for another lap after this. Gone early to try and get a clear track, give us our best opportunity. But I'm sure someone's going to pop out in front of us. Oh, there we go. Immediately Tsunoda pops out, but he's far enough ahead that shouldn't be an issue. It's however many more people start popping out as we get closer to the pits and the start of the lap. So far, so good. Oh, is that an Aston popping out? Alex Albon popping his head out. That's not good, because we are close.
Pay attention to the traffic.
Oh, he's going to hold me up through Eau Rouge, isn't he?
More push, more push.
God damn, that's like the worst place to get held up. So much speed lost. I'm going to abort this lap. Oh, god damn. Could have been worse. Come on, get out of the way, get out of the way. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, and Yuki locks up at the start of his flying lap. I don't think I'm going to have time for a lap.
Really?
And bots confirm you can stop.
Yeah, I'm not going to have time. That's it. It's in the hands of the racing gods. This man is almost certainly going to move us down. I don't know about Sargent. He might do. Don't think Van Dorn will. Norris might do. Given Lawson's pace, he might do as well. So, yeah. Fuji might get through, but I think Zhou's about to get eliminated, which would not be ideal. Antonelli goes P2. No, Sargent, sorry, up to P4. Wow, good lap from Sargent. Stroll now goes P4. I'm very worried about Zhou here. Bottas improves to P4 now. Max up to P4. Zhou in danger. Can Sainz knock us out? I think he can, given Sargent's pace. He does. He goes P5. Now I'm worried about Fuji. Lawson goes P7. Fuji in danger. Okay. Albon is out. So Fuji just hangs on. But Zhou out in 12th. And he had the pace to get through as well. So that's annoying. This is a horrible circuit for qualifying. So easy to lose a massive amount of time around this circuit. And my early lap gamble did not pay off. Oh, mistake.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
From Stroll
Now
at the end of the
this one
lap.
involves Stroll.
Did that impact
Whoa,
Fuji?
and there it goes.
It's going to
Well,
have
once
to,
it
surely.
started, they were pretty powerless to do anything.
140.2. Scrub tyres, so it was never going to be table topping, but I was hoping for a little more than that. Maybe we did lose a little bit of time, thanks to Stroll's pirouetting. we should have enough distance now for this to be clean, as long as Stroll doesn't do something stupid in front of us again. We'll be on for an improvement. It's just a question now of how much of an improvement. It is Piastri from Antonelli at the moment. Antonelli has got some clear track, but he is closing in on the back of his teammate and Logan Sargent. Going to get held up by one of them, possibly. Oh, that's worked out beautifully. He's going to get a slipstream off the back of Oscar across the line. And he has improved. Now it's down to whether Oscar can take it back. Fuji is improving. Max goes third. Okay, Stroll crossing the line. He improves up to P7. How much can Fuji improve? Goes P6. Just 0.09 of a second slower than Valtteri. Leclerc is coming up to the line. Can he steal pole position here? He's got Lawson not too far behind. Lawson might be getting a little bit of a tow. So I expect Lawson to beat us. And no improvement from either. So, here comes Carlos Sainz. Sainz moves up into P7. What can Piastri do? He can't improve, so Kimi has taken pole position, but it is another Cadillac front row. Max and Leclerc will take row 2. Valtteri in 5th ahead of Fuji. Then it's Sainz from Lawson, Stroll from Sargent. That is your top 10 for the Belgian Grand Prix.
Well, it's a fantastic turnout, as it always is here in Belgium, as we prepare for 44 laps around Spa.
Motor car racing didn't have the best of starts at Spa-Francorchamps. Only one driver registered for the very first car race back in 1921, so a motorbike race replaced it instead. Times have changed, and now Spa is a solid fixture on the F1 calendar.
Spa-Francorchamps is an F1 favourite, consisting of challenging corners, high speeds, and the chance for drivers to really prove themselves. The long lap has different downforce demands, with sectors 1 and 3 requiring pure speed, and sector 2 a twistier and more technical affair. Tension continues to build here as race day begins.
Evening, Victor. All right. So, one stop is the target. We're going to add a lap of fuel so we can go aggressive with our braking on the first stint. We are going to run softs to mediums. We'll try and extend the softs a little if we get the opportunity. But tyre temps should be fine throughout this. It is going to be a slightly cooler race. So if we do too much tyre saving, they may drop out of the window, which would not be good around a circuit like this. We'll send them to the grid for the start of the Belgian Grand Prix.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. Understandably, there's a lot of people talking about Ferrari's driver.
They must be excited to start 6th. But it's a long race, so they need to keep a cool head.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. You can hear the excitement in the crowd here at the Belgian Grand Prix.
See Oscar with his car pointed very aggressively towards the inside there. And we get lunged by Sainz. Can we outdrag him down to Eau Rouge? Yes, we can. Joe temporarily got ahead of Perez. We'll go side by side through Eau Rouge. We get the advantage on the exit of Radion onto the Camel Straight. And we are up a place. But already the gap is over a second because of that. Can we close it back in? Let's see what everyone else is doing tyre-wise. Everybody, apart from Stoffel, is starting on the softs. Gastry running a set of scrub tyres. Does he not have a new set of softs, or is he going for a two-stop?
Overtake available.
BG is already getting dropped. There we go. We have got Joe back into the queue. Perez dropping back a little bit. Stroll and Sainz side by side. Now Sargent having a look, trying to go at the inside of Stroll. It will become the outside, and he has to give it up. Got a handle on your pit crew for car development. No matter what you do, your acceleration is bad. What do you need to focus on to improve your acceleration? Who's your engine? I'm going to guess Mercedes or Renault. Probably Mercedes. Mercedes, yeah, I thought so. Mercedes do have probably the worst accelerating engine. So you'll very rarely ever get right at the very top of the acceleration timings with a Mercedes engine. It's very hard to do. But stripping weight out of the car, improving drag reduction, tweaking the airflow. A lot of front airflow will give you a lot of grip, but will also harm your acceleration. So finding the right balance between grip and drag reduction will be tricky. The easiest way to improve your acceleration, put a Red Bull or Ferrari engine in the car. You're getting a lot more acceleration grunt and a bit more power in general, but you will lose some reliability as a trade-off. Well, maybe not reliability is the word, durability is more the word, I would say.
Overtake available.
All right, so we start lap 4. Let's see if we can close the gap back up to Stroll. Well, no, Sargent got us. And let's see if we can get back past Sargent then, which we should be able to do. And let's see if we can get Zhou starting to get into the top 10. Chance to go around the outside of Lawson here, which will become the inside through Speaker's Corner. Couldn't stay where we needed to be. And we got dropped. Nice Sargent. Oh dear. Those upgrades cannot come soon enough. Alright, we've got a run on Lawson here. Did we get the DRS? I think we might just have snuck it. Don't think we gave it away. No, we kept it. That's excellent. But Fuji has been caught by Sainz. Luckily, we had the slipstream to go with the battery deployment there, and that kept us ahead of him. But Stroll has jumped us as well. You can see Sainz is all over the back of us. Let's look at tyres. I'm wondering if we are going to see a couple of two-stops in here, you know. If we can keep our pace up on this one stop, it might work out very nicely for us. But I need to avoid being dropped, that's the thing.
More charge.
You see, I'm just struggling through here, trying to keep up. barely hanging on to that DRS zone. I've just lost it, gained it back. Joe has got ahead.
Okay, low charge. Overtake available.
And we got a fault for Van Dorn.
But there! Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
Down in 16th place. Alright, kept Fuji in DRS range. We'll get a little bit of battery saving going on. We'll get Joe to catch up. Again, it's really tight. Joe might not get the DRS hit. And that's a lunge from Sainz. We do show him the door.
Mode charge, mode charge. Charge.
There we go.
Try to slow down a bit.
Copy.
Save the tyres just a little bit while we're in a position where we don't really have enough outright grunt to make these moves comfortably.
Level of management on tires.
Yeah, copy.
Save a little bit of fuel burning as well. Maybe an opportunity will present itself for Fuji here. Muscles his way through up the inside. Sargent has to yield. I'll be giving up too much position though.
Okay,
To Stroll, I don't think we were close enough to get the DRS. We're on him now, thanks to the battery. Sargent's going to come back at us. Joe's going to be in trouble.
Use overtake. Do your best. Car behind is Sainz. Okay, Joe, you're doing a good job at the moment. In front of you there is a Sargent. Is 1.5 from you.
All right, that is one position gained. Joe into ninth place now.
No lift off.
Get a nice little run here. We get the move. And we're through. So let's keep pushing. A reminder for the newcomers who've just joined, if you do not yet have a copy of this game and you want to get the PC version, it's now on sale on Steam for a little over or a little under £11. I think it's like an extra £1 or so for the deluxe edition. So very, very cheap on Steam right now as part of the spring sale. Not sure how long it's on sale for, but they went on last night, or I got a notification on my Steam account last night. So if you haven't bought the game yet and you want to get a copy, now is definitely the time to jump on it.
More charge. More charge, more charge.
I can't break away. Can I even hold off Stroll here? No. Joe's dropped off the back of Sargent again. This car is just struggling at the moment. We're at the point of the season where other teams are bringing in new engines in and upgrades, and we're a little behind on upgrades at the moment. We've got a couple in the works. They'll be ready for the next race when we come back from the summer break, but I don't know how much of a step forward they're going to be. And are they just going to keep us treading water in where we are in terms of car performance against the rest of the grid, or will we actually take a step forward? Oh, Yuki's got a fault down in 14th place. Doesn't really impact us. And we will slot through. And there's a chance here for Joe to get a run on Logan Sargent. Gets the move done through Eau Rouge and into Radion. That was brave stuff. Lovely stuff.
You are doing a very good job there. Stroll in front. More
There we go.
More charge.
6th and 8th now. See a fair few people starting to struggle a little with their tyres. Albon and Iwasa in particular, they're down in the 40s on their tyres. We are 25% of the way through this Grand Prix. It is looking like a two-stop for some.
Behind Sargent. Sargent get DRS.
Yeah, copy.
How are we doing pace-wise against the leaders? Yeah, about a second off. Albon is in the pits. Set of medium tyres, and I think that's very optimistic to go to the end. I mean, he might be able to. It is optimistic. Bring him out at the back of the grid. Perez is a way off. He has already stopped. He's gone to a set of mediums as well. As Stroll gets us down the camels. I'm surprised you didn't get his last lap, if I'm honest. It's alright. As long as he doesn't break away from us, and that's fine. 14.5 seconds away from the front of the pack here. It is just a two-horse race at the moment. Cadillacs have left everybody else for dead. Valtteri, Leclerc and Verstappen all having a little bit of a squabble amongst themselves. Then we've got this little four-car fight here of Stroll, the two Ferraris and Sargent. Sainz down into 13th place. And we have a yellow flag. Sainz is off.
Sainz has a problem.
He's spun off into the gravel. And that is him out. Oh, yeah, there's no real way. He can't even make any kind of full-sized rear wing on one side of the car there, by the look of it. It's missing a fair old amount of it. So, question now is, how do we react to this? We could go with that, or we could go with that, or let's have a look. So, sticking on the strategy we're on, is 9 seconds quicker, but that does not take a pit stop into account. We still have a pit stop now. It's only going to cost us about 11-12 seconds compared to 20 odd seconds at full speed. That is the quicker strategy. I think we have to stop now, don't we? Really? We are going to risk double stacking here. Because it's such a long lap, I don't know if we'll get enough time to go round the track again. Is a risk. I'm going to try and go one more lap with Fuji, I think. And if it doesn't work, we'll stick to the original strategy. But we will put Zhou onto the 2-stop.
Yes, yes. Follow your data.
Copy.
So under pressure from Sonoda, just drops it mid-corner into the barrier.
Yeah, I agree.
And for the crew watching on in the garage, that really must have been a hard one to take.
Max is boxed. Stroll is boxed as well, and Porsche behind us. Right, if we get a good stop here, we have a chance to maybe sneak out in front of Stroll. But there is a risk that we'll drop behind Porsche. Come on, pit crew. Decent stop. Oh, Porsche had a bad one.
Something's not gone right in the pits. Now, what exactly happened there, Karun?
So the McLaren crew are ready to jump in.
Oh, yeah, problems getting that right front off, look. Second fastest stop of the few stops we've had. Everybody behind is stopping, look.
At the moment, P11.
Want to bring these tyres up to temperature as best we can behind this safety car here without going too hard on them. So, are we going to have time to stop Fuji as well? I can't believe Piastri hasn't stopped, given the state of his tyres. Where is Max? Oh, he's right behind, look. No one's stopping at the front. We are going to have time to get Fuji in. So we're going to sacrifice a little bit of track position now for a quicker pit stop to go onto this 2-stop, and then we could be much more aggressive with the tyres.
VSC ending.
Copy.
Oh, beautiful stop. Beautiful stop. And we will get out ahead of Yuki.
Overtake available.
Comfortably ahead of Yuki. And because, oh, wow, look at that. Look at that, just behind Joe. Oh, that was close. Come on, Joe, complete the move. No, Stroll got us. Damn it.
Keep focus.
We had him for a second.
Try to close the gap now. Okay, you can slow down a bit now.
Copy.
More charge, more charge.
Copy.
There we go, our tyres are up to temp. Accidentally moves back ahead of Oscar. And Max, as you can see, only 9 seconds behind Leclerc and Valtteri. He was part of that group. That's how much time he saved by boxing under the VSC. New fastest lap for Teo, 145.4. 145.0 now for Iwasa. Cars crossing the line now had more track to go full beans than we did.
Yeah, copy.
And Stroll is closing on Lawson, and we're right with Stroll. So we are hunting down the cars in front. Ocon's got a fault.
Yeah, I don't have power now.
I can imagine Gasly going back to Alpine next season and partnering up with Ocon again. As Nagel runs wide through
Let's take a
7.
look at the replay. Let's have a look then at turn 6. Oh, and they need to be watching those track limits. But all being well and fingers crossed.
Nearly hit the barriers. PG has dropped away a little bit. Let's give him a little bit more pace. Joe, also in danger of being dropped. We'll give him some more pace as well.
Overtake available. Copy.
New fastest lap for Max Verstappen, a 143.7. That's quick. He's now just 5 seconds behind Leclerc and Valtteri. And we are 2 seconds behind Lawson.
Okay, to close the gap now.
And this time we do complete the move. And we are right onto the back of Lawson already.
You are doing a good job. At the moment you are P9. Try to slow down a bit.
Yeah, copy.
Use overtake. All charge. All charge.
So Lawson is going to be stopping in a couple of laps, as is Sargent and Norris. And then the front four as well. As we get lunged by Stroll.
Yeah, copy.
And we show him the door. Or the curb. We go around the outside of Lawson. Moved on.
Doing a good job there.
And now we get the slipstream. And that's Stroll down another place.
At the moment in front of you there is a Sargent.
Stroll's going to come back at us and box us in. And pushes us out wide again. Right, this is a chance to try and break away a little bit from Stroll and Lawson.
If you can try to push a bit now. Overtake available.
Max onto the back of Valtteri, who has fallen away from Leclerc. And there is Oscar into the pits. Antonelli going another lap, at least. Medium tyres for Oscar, and he can take those to the end, although his pace won't be stellar at the end. It'll still be probably quicker than we're doing. Who knows? Stroll has got past Fuji, having traded places once again there. And there we go. He finds his way through on Lawson. We're going to make our way through. We've caught caught Sargent here. And Norris in front will get him as well, hopefully. Joe's just going to sit in the gearbox, look. It's annoying. I have to try and force the issue.
Cool the engine a bit.
Into Pouillon. Nope. There we go. There we got him. Stroll is gunning for us.
Good job.
And we are onto the back of Oscar.
Piastri in front of you.
Lando will be boxing.
All charge.
Finally past Lawson, with Porsche having charged up the order.
You're doing a good job at the moment.
Oh, look at this. Not only did we get past Piastri, we got past Lando as well, just before he makes his pit stop. There he goes.
In front of you, you have Valtteri. No overtake.
Lawson has stayed out. Can I get onto Sargent here? Yes, I can. He'll have DRS as well, though. Can we throw it up the insides? No.
This is the pace I can do.
Oscar's got back in front of us.
Yeah, keep doing your best. Behind you there is Stroll.
And we've taken him back. He was only side by side. Through he goes. It was only a matter of time until we lost that place. We got Stroll back on our gearbox once again. That RB is probably a little bit quicker than we are right now.
Stroll behind.
Fault for Van Dorn. That's an escalation, I
The
think.
car's definitely not happy. Surely.
Mode charge.
Valtteri's into the pits. That'll put Piastri back up into P4. Fuji gets past Sargent.
Okay.
I just lost the DRS to Oscar. Staying in harvest too long. Damn. Can I hold off Stroll? Yes. And that is Ocon into the pits. Set of medium tyres. That's his one and only stop, I would imagine. He will go to the end on those. If his car holds up. Kimi still hasn't boxed. He's probably going to box this lap, as is Charles Leclerc. You can see Max less than 2 seconds behind now, but will be stopping again. In comes Kimi. Sargent's going to box from behind Fuji. Leclerc has carried on. Where will Antonelli pop out? There goes Oscar. There goes Zhou with Stroll right behind him. We will get him on the run. Stroll does not. So we get a temporary reprieve from Lance Stroll behind us, but I don't think we'll be keeping Antonelli behind us. Yep, there we go. He's through already. And this is going to be a painful lap for Charles Leclerc. He's hanging to the back of Max for now.
Okay, do your best there. Stroll behind.
But this could be a very quick lap from Oscar. 1:44.7 last time round. And now he has clean air for the first time to really put the foot down. Porsche is less than, well, just about a second behind us. And there is Leclerc into the pits. Mediums to the end for Charles Leclerc. New fastest lap for Yuki Tsunoda, 1:43.3. And he'll drop out behind Yuki. see Fuji just about holding Porsche behind. We are hanging on to Antonelli. And Stroll did not get the DRS, so we've got a chance to maybe just pull away from him a little bit here.
I am really good, guys.
Do just about keep Porsche behind again. Already you can see Leclerc right on us, but he's boxed in now. Might have to give that place to Tsunoda back up. Maybe not. No, he holds the position there through Speaker's corner.
We should try to close a bit more the gap there.
I want to see if I can stay with Kimi.
Use overtake.
Kimi's going to be pushing as well, which is going to make it tricky. And even at flat out push like this, we're not really pulling away from Stroll. Am I going to get the DRS? Yes, I am.
Try to go down as much as possible.
Copy.
Use overtake.
Copy.
And we do actually get in front of Antonelli there, which was a little unexpected.
At the moment, they are doing well.
I won't be too disappointed by that.
It's 2 seconds from you.
We've finally broken away a little bit from Stroll. Fuji has been overtaken and is now coming under some heavy pressure of his own. We'll speed him up. Try and keep Leclerc behind us and get back to Porsche if we can.
We have all this space. We have to.
Get it,
Yeah.
Joe.
Once again, Joe, not a happy camper. And once again, Stroll is right back on us again. Just cannot get away from these RBs. And we have a yellow flag. It's a VSC. Ooh, okay. New change the strategy once again.
Something's happened.
Looks like the
Stoffel.
Alpine.
Now we
Has
can
he crashed
see
where
what
Sainz
happened.
did?
So here we are following the Alpine.
Yes, he has. Carbon copy.
Oh, and the car with a nasty crash into the barrier. Well, they may have been keen to leave their mark, but I think that was a little too literal, don't you?
So once again, we needed to make another stop anyway, but we can now make that stop under VSC conditions, so we'll save probably about 10 seconds on the stop. see who else, if anyone, boxes. Perez might box. Albon, maybe Iwasa, maybe Stroll, maybe Porsche, maybe Max. Anyone who's recently boxed, so Antonelli, Piastri, Leclerc, Bottas, Lawson, Sargent, they're going to the end. If we can get out in front of those guys behind, then that'll be excellent. I don't think we'll be able to stay ahead of Valtteri, or at least not with Fuji anyway. Maybe with Zhou. Bit of a gap has opened up. We're up 8 places with Zhou at the moment. Porsche's been having a good run, up 12 so far. We do currently have the quickest stop with Fudo, and Zhou's just about hanging in there. But we're about to stop again. Tsunoda gets a fault again.
Gear issue.
Two-second stop. It's not bad. Would have been nice to get something a bit quicker. He's improved a couple of places. 2.1. Well, Fuji's not going to get any good with that stop, but he was on the leaderboard with his first stop at the very top, so that's all right. We're out behind Iwasa. That's not too bad. Clear of Albon.
1.5 from you. VNC ending.
Copy.
And we came out just behind Valtteri. Look, I thought we might just about get out in front of him, but just behind him in the end. Is that another yellow flag already? Nope, just a delay getting rid of the yellow flag ban. No, it was Logan Sargent running wide.
Logan Sargent. And they just can't keep on the track.
Again, just
with the car, just
avoids kissing the barrier there. So Max leads, and we have another VSC. How many laps we've got to go? 20. Yeah, we'll save more fuel. We'll finish harvesting the batteries up to full. That's Yuki. Is that his car giving up, or did he actually crash? Evening, Patkins.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Oh, he actually crashed out turn 30. It's that killer corner, look. That's the third driver to fall victim there.
I'm sorry.
The team glued to the monitors.
Oh my, honestly.
He's usually going to put an angry curse on the replays. And this time Stroll has boxed. So this actually might lose us a place, the Stroll.
Is he okay?
Yeah, was okay, it was okay.
Medium tyres. He's going to get out just in front of Valtteri. Yeah. Stroll got the slipstream for that extra lap. And that was enough. Keep him ahead of us. Not the end of the world. We're still on a quicker compounder tyre. But we just haven't had the pace of that RB today. Still got to imagine Perez is going to make his stop. Although, once again, he's stayed out. I don't know if he'll have an opportunity at the end of this lap. Safety car might come back in again, or VSC might end before he gets around. Long old track, 4.2 miles. Max has stayed out. They told me Max is thinking of going to the end.
How's the tyre, we think?
That's at the moment on low
He's
side.
not going to be able to hold back the Cadillacs if he does. They're going to be just too quick. All right. There we go. VSC ending. We'll go green, which means we'll get DRS off Valtteri here. Switch to the inside.
In front we have Valtteri.
And there we go. Up to P7. Fuji closes in on the back of Iwasa. The inside through Blanchimont. Oh, so tight into the approach at the bus stop. We're still side by side. And this time we're going to get that move done, so we will push now. Push and hope. Keep Valtteri behind. It'll be a bit tricky with Fuji, but we might have the grip. We do. Be worried if we didn't, given the state of Fuji's tyres. And the gap to Max is now 4 seconds. Cadillacs are reeling him in very quickly here. Evening, George. Still haven't been able to drop Valtteri.
Okay.
New fastest lap for both of the Cadillacs. 142.8 for Oscar. Antonelli 8 tenths quicker. 142.0. Yeah, I don't think we've got a chance in hell taking the fastest lap today. I'm not even going to try. Just trying to get onto the back of Stroll at the moment.
Move charge, move charge.
Just missed the DRS to Norris, but we've got the slipstream now. Oh, and a fault for Antonelli.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Right, save a little bit of tyre. Harvest a little bit of battery behind Norris here. Russell does need to stop again. And he's going to be doing that very soon, I think.
Mode charge, mode charge.
I'm running out of battery.
Should have put Duracells in there. Raided the Williams pit garage. We have a yellow flag.
Let's see what happened there. It's the
Lock up
Red
for
Bull
Nagel at the
driver.
bus stop.
Things look fine here. And there's the lockup. Now they didn't...
I'm seriously stuck.
Joe, keep focusing on our race. It's still long and everything can happen.
Still have a Wasser close behind. Let's see how much more grip we've got than George here. And we get the move done on Lando. Lovely stuff. George is going another lap. And there goes Iwasa into the pits. And Norris gets through as well.
More charge, more charge.
So we're running 8th and 9th at the moment. Max is going to have to stop again. Porsche is going to have to stop again. We have healthier tyres than everybody in front, but we just do have a fundamental lack of pace, which means might not really be able to exploit that to our full advantage here.
Try mode attack. You have Valtteri in front. Try to recover your previous rhythm that was looking fine. If you can, try to push a bit more. Good job, Joy.
I need to see if I can at least break away from Valtteri a little bit here. It's difficult when he has the DRS and the slipstream. If we can get a really good launch here. We pulled out some margin. Is it going to be enough? Don't think it was. Tight.
Good job on tires.
We can survive down the Kemmel without him getting too close. We've got a chance of breaking away over the rest of the lap. Going after Stroll again. He'll be getting held up behind Porsche. Try and break Fuji away from Norris. And there we go, just about got the gap to Valtteri now. And we are flying up onto the back of these two. Porsche in the 146s. 2 seconds a lap quicker on the last lap. This lap will be even quicker. Just about broken Norris as well. Antonelli and Piastri still swapping places. They're only 3 seconds behind Max. Porsche is going another lap. And there's Joe, just 2 seconds behind now. And did actually set the fastest lap, a 141.7. Wow. I didn't think we'd come close. Or 41.8 for Fuji as well. And we've caught up. Porsche still unable to get past Stroll. Oh no, sorry. Stroll has got ahead of Porsche, but Porsche staying on the back of him briefly with the DRS. Now that he's been dropped, he's plummeting away. This should be an easy overtake. If we can get up the inside in the braking zone. Porsche has just suddenly started sprinting because he's hitting for the pits. So I need to make sure he doesn't drop me at the closing of the lap. Get the DRS to go back after Stroll again. We're already 3 seconds away. 3.5 seconds, really. That gap has exploded.
Tires update.
I feel okay. It's not easy.
Yeah, keep doing your best.
He's staying out.
Charge, more charge.
Why are you staying out? He's going to try and go
That's
to the end. Look,
okay.
he's going to have to box.
More charge, more charge.
Look how much time he's losing. Has no traction at all. Oh, Antonelli's fault has exploded up to orange already. Yeah, this is battery. He'll still be able to finish. It won't stop him from finishing the race, but it will hurt his pace. But Piastri being held up by Max here, and that's allowed him to stay in DRS range. Lawson with a fault as well now.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
Fighting with Sargent in the sole remaining Mercedes. And through goes Oscar. Are we going to see Max finally hit the pits? Yes. Which means Porsche will almost certainly box this lap. I can't believe he didn't box last lap. They're softs for Max. He'll get out probably ahead of Zhou here. Why, Porsche? Why are you doing this?
Okay, Joe, you can more charge.
Oh. It's so close. Max is going to, I think, just sneak the DRS from me. Or did he give it to me? No, he snuck it and he's off. Damn it.
Keep focus on your race now.
Oh, I put the wrong driver into harvest. No wonder. Damn it. Meant to be harvesting with Fuji. Yeah, not going to happen, Porsche. We are coming through. All right, Valtteri next. Is sixth going to be the best we can do? We're not going to have the pace to stay with Verstappen. We'll try our best, see if he can pull us up the order a little bit, but he's just going to be so quick on those tyres. He can be aggressive with them as well. Yeah, he's left us for dead. There, finally goes Teo into the pits. Those tyres must have been about, what, 24% at the end there. Puts on a set of softs. So it's back to Cadillac scrapping for the win. Leclerc is going to take third, unless Stroll can hunt him down. He took a second out of him on that last lap. And we can't factor out Max as well, actually. He's only 3 seconds behind on those brand new soft tyres. Did manage to catch him back up. Can I stay with him?
More charge, more charge. slow down a bit more.
Copy.
Keep focus on our race.
No, I want Max to get ahead. There we go. I want him to get the DRS, or get the position so we get the DRS. We have a yellow flag. It's another VSC.
There's a yellow flag now.
Iwasa. And is that George? No, it's Albon, I think. Yeah, that's Albon. Where is George? Oh, just ahead in 14th. So, will we see anyone? Well, Iwasa's going to dive into the pits. He's going to need to change his wing and his tyres. Will we see anyone else dive into the pits? That will be a penalty for Iwasa. P7 should be achievable here for Fuji. We've got better tyres, fuel to spare, refilling the battery, more life in our tyres as well, for that matter, over Valtteri. Joe, if Max does what I think he does and just explodes in pace and goes after Stroll, if we can hang with him, we might be able to get past Stroll, so we might be looking at P5. I don't think we're going to beat Max in a head-to-head race. Not with the new engine in that Williams. The fact that it's a better car, it's Max driving it, who's back on form. His tyres are still fairly new compared to ours. Wow, I don't think they changed the nose. I think they just slapped a new set of tyres on him there. Yeah. No spare nose for Iwasa. Is that Max going through, or is that... No, it's got to be Nagel.
DRS enable. Focus on tires. Okay, mode charge.
Copy.
Overtake available. Keep using it.
Copy.
Need to try and pick the moment to get past Valtteri here. You see, we're less than 3 seconds behind Stroll.
Mode charge.
Copy.
Mode charge.
Copy. Copy. I need more power.
Do your best.
Another yellow flag.
We have a yellow head.
Copy.
Ocon locking up at the bus stop. We still have not been able to shift Valtteri. There we go. That should do the job. We're now just a second off the back of Stroll. And Max is in DRS range.
Copy.
We need to try and follow Verstappen through here.
In front of is Verstappen. Try to do your best, Jodar. Try to push a bit more speed. 5 laps to go.
Copy.
And Stroll get the DRS open, that might be it.
Close the gap. And try to cool the engine.
Copy.
You can slow down a bit.
Copy.
Okay, more charge.
Here comes
more
Valtteri
charge.
again. Oh,
Copy.
go away, Valtteri. Right. Can Verstappen drop Stroll? But not drop him so far that we can't get back onto Verstappen again.
Stroll in front. Do your best there, Joe. Overtake available.
Copy.
Try to cool the engine.
Copy. 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 Copy.
So I have finally managed to drop Bottas now.
Try to stay off slipstream a bit more.
Yeah, copy.
Ah, we got squeezed.
Fine, I'm in, but difficult.
No problem, no problem. Try to slow down a bit.
Copy.
So it's all about this fight here.
Try to recover your previous.
Antonelli still holding off Piastri, and Leclerc's only 2 seconds behind. Must have put in a good lap this lap. Stroll has almost been dropped. We might have an opportunity here.
Overtake available.
Copy.
Three laps to go.
Copy.
I know it's not easy, but we need more fresh air there.
Oh, we just don't have the power.
Copy.
But Stroll is not going to get the DRS. This is our opportunity to get back in front of him with 3 laps to go.
Keep focusing on our race. Still longer, everything can happen. Try to cool the engine.
Okay.
And there we go. We shut him down. Now, can we get back onto Verstappen? We have left Valtteri a long way behind now. 5 seconds, that gap. Porsche has taken the fastest lap from us. A 140.5. God, yeah, 1.2 seconds quicker than us. And I don't think I can get back onto Verstappen. It's going to be a hell of a finish, look. It's going to be a 4-car finish, I think.
Okay, do your best there.
I'm going to settle for 5th and hope that there's a big shunt up front that allows us to sneak into the lead. But then there is the risk that Stroll might actually win a Grand Prix.
Tires are on target.
I'm going to deliberately sacrifice my pace on the run down to Eau Rouge here.
Copy.
Ah, damn it. Didn't work. Max is up into 3rd. Max could go for the win here. He's got the tyres.
Copy.
Oh, Stroll's got a fault. That could be critical for us. We're going to stick with this fight at the front. Antonelli is trying to pull away a little bit. Max is all over him. Here, all over Piastri here for 2nd. Antonelli does have that broken battery though, and Leclerc is still right there. Any one of these 4 could theoretically win this race, but it's probably going to be Max if he can clear Piastri. He's got to clear Piastri, and then it's a straight shot.
Margin to push more.
Copy.
Mode charge.
Copy.
You can just see us in the background as well.
Last lap.
Copy.
And overtake available.
Copy.
I don't think we can hold Stroll back here on the main straight. Piastri gets ahead, and Max gets through. Max still has a chance to win. We've stayed ahead of Stroll. Looks like we're on for 5th. Can Verstappen hunt down Oscar Piastri? He has so much more grip available if he can get alongside at the bus stop. He's got the run here, Stavolo. He makes the switch. Whoa, I think Oscar's going to just hold him off. He is. Oscar wins from Verstappen, Antonelli 3rd, Leclerc 4th, all of them separated by half a second apiece. Just 1.5 seconds separating the top 4 there. We finished just 4.5 seconds back in 5th place. Stroll 6th. It's 7th for Fuji. Valtteri in the end dropped a long way back. He's just about going to hold off Porsche and Norris. George will have to settle for 11th outside of the points tonight. Then it's Logan Sargent, who actually looked quite pacey at one point, finishing in 12th. 13th for Lawson, 14th with only half a front wing for Ayumu Iwasa. Then it's Nagel in 15th. Gasly and Perez still squabbling at the back. And last but not least, it'll be Esteban Ocon. We saw 3 cars spinning out at the same point on this circuit today, and Albon was shunted by Iwasa into the Shadow Realm at the bus stop.
That was a great performance from the Ferrari driver, wasn't it?
An outstanding performance today to have made the top 10. Not many would have expected this from the team, to be honest.
A great display of team
I didn't
spirit
expect it.
there, as everyone finally gets the chance to share this moment. As far as Ferrari are concerned, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling after that race?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And that is that for this weekend's F1 action here in Belgium.
For the next round, Formula One won't be straying too far. We'll be heading to the dunes of Zandvoort and the lightning speed of the Dutch Grand Prix.
Well, there we go. What an exciting conclusion to that Grand Prix it was there. Look at the margins across the line. So tight. We were just 3 seconds away in the end from that battle at the front. 7 places gained. A strong performance from Zhou today. He needed a good result. He'd been outdone a little bit by Fudo in recent races. It was good to see him getting back into a bit of form. Confirmation of the final result sees Oscar take the win from Max Verstappen. Antonelli has to settle for 3rd after his battery gave up on him. It is 4th for Charles Leclerc, 5th for Zhou, 6th for Lance Stroll. Some good points for him and for RB today. 7th for Fuji, 8th for Valtteri, more points for Salva there. 9th for Porsche, good recovery from a bad qualifying. He gets 3 points because he got the fastest lap as well, and teammate Norris 1 place behind him to round out the top 10. Then we see everybody else below. Nobody lapped because we had a lot of VSCs, but 4 retirements, 3 cars spinning out at turn 13. Sainz first, then Stoffel. Tsunoda was the 3rd and final driver to spin out there before Albon retired when he was shunted at speed at the bus stop by Iwasa, who broke his nose and had to serve a 5-second penalty. Into the driver's standings then, it is Oscar retaking top spot by 1 point from Antonelli. Those two are going to be scrapping all the way to the end of the year, it would seem, at this rate. This championship has really tightened up between those two, considering at one point it looked like Oscar was going to absolutely breeze away with the title at the beginning of this season. How things have changed. Leclerc in 3rd isn't too far out of the equation. He is 38 points behind Oscar, 37 behind Antonelli, so he's still in the hunt. Then it's a huge gap back to us. Zhou on 166 points is 95 points behind Oscar now. Pretty much out of the equation for any kind of title run now. But has outscored his teammate Fudo for the first time in a couple of Grand Prix. Re-establishes a 20-point gap. Then it's Max up 3 places into 6th. 83 points for him now, just missing out on his 2nd win of the season. Porsche picks up more points. He has more podiums than DNFs, which is a huge improvement on last year, where he had no podiums and 7 DNFs. So definitely seeing some improvement out of Teo this season. Up to 82 points, just 1 behind Max. Then it's Tsunoda on 81 points. Then Norris on 73 in 9th. 10th place, Stroll on 58. And he's opened up a bit more of a gap to Valtteri, who's on 39 points in 11th. Then it's Gasly in 12th, 13th for Iwasa, 14th for Logan Sargent, 15th for George, 16th for Sainz. Then the non-scorers, 17th is Ocon, 18th is Albon, 19th Lawson, 20th for Perez, 21st is Ludwig Nagel, and Stoffel Van Dorn bringing up the rear in 22nd. Let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Cadillac, another 40 points. They are absolutely blitzing us this season. 521 points now. They are 209 points clear of us now as we reach the halfway point of the season. Any hope we had, I think, of hanging with them is well and truly gone. But we are in a strong position in second place. 312 points to Red Bull's 223. We are 91 points? 89 points? 91 points, isn't it? No. I don't know. My brain isn't working. 89 points. We're 89 points ahead of Red Bull. McLaren in 4th are on 155. RB closed the gap slightly. They're on 139, 16 points behind. Williams up 18 points today. They're on 110 now. Then it's Sauber on 58. Big gap then to Mercedes, who are on just 8 points. Aston on 6. Alpine still without a point. And Haas still bottom also without a point. Let's see how we did in the pit stops. We know we had a very quick stop with Fudo. It stayed the quickest stop. Unfortunately for us, we couldn't improve Zhou much. We got him up a couple of places with his second stop, but he still slipped back down to 9th in the end. But that's 27 points for us. Alpine have scored big points today, as have Haas. Aston also getting both cars into the top 10 in 6th and 8th there. Just one Cadillac making it into the top 10. And Sauber there as well. So quite a few usual names missing. No Red Bull. So the standings look like this. 372 points for us. We have a 148 point lead over Alpine. Haas in 3rd on 192 are a further 32 points back. Then it's Cadillac with 165 points. They're starting to struggle a little bit with the pit stops. They are, certainly slipping without our influence on the training there. Then it's RB. No points for them today. They lose a little bit of ground. Cadillac, they're on 150. Aston closing the gap slightly. 34 points further back in 6th place on 116. Then it's Red Bull on 78. Williams on 51. Mercedes with 36. Sauber up to 30. Thanks to that extra point today. And McLaren still without a point, likely to stay that way for the rest of the season. Our quickest stop, the 1.836, they see a 2.1 for the second stop. Not very good, really, at this current stage. And then two 2.0 stops for Zhou. Both decent stops, but this year just not quick enough for solid points. So we really need to be getting 1.9s consistently now. Got a chance with the summer break to try and train our pit crew into the 1.9s more consistently. Let's keep our fingers crossed on that. Both drivers easily complete their sponsor objectives, but they do hit their contracted bonus for 8th or higher. So once again, 1.1 mil is added to our bank balance. Let's head back to HQ. We have that spare side pod, which we no longer need. Benitez's rating goes up to a 90 overall. Very nice. Let's check the inbox. Our rookies there, you see a point in cornering for Arvid and a point in adaptability as well. Suzuki has gained a point in braking, control, and in overtaking. And Tim has gained a point in overtaking. Our main drivers, let's see. Fudo gains 2 points in cornering, a point in braking, 3 points in adaptability, and a point in accuracy. I'm kind of regretting the fact that we might not have him next season now. Yeah, that's going to be a hell of a driver if he keeps developing like that. Just the 1 point gained for Joe, point in adaptability. Would have preferred he gained some points in braking, but we'll see. Did the car come through unscathed? No. We need to replace side pods, underfloor, suspension, and front wing. 4 parts to fix. So that spare side pod will be gobbled up immediately. Let's see. The wind tunnel is now ready to be used again. We've got 6 mil in the bank. We've got parts that are about to drop as well in just under 2 weeks. Week and a bit for the front wing, just a day under 2 weeks for the suspension. When do we get the next ATR period? It is just over a month away. Okay, so it is the last day of July. Let's fix the cars before we do anything else, and then we'll get our pit crew training done. Gonna need another suspension. We've got some spares on the way, so we'll put an older one on for now. I think we do. No, I don't. Oh, because we've got the... Yeah, we've got those ones there. Okay. Need to fix car 2 now. Change out the underfloor. And the side pod. We've got spare underfloors coming. Just the one. Probably going to need to go ahead and make another one. There we go. We've got 2 rear wings coming. That'll do for now. Let's advance a day. Okay, up to 6.4 mil, thanks to the pittance that we get left from the board after expenses. Let's get the training plotted in. So, we're going to start the month with 0 fatigue, because we kept ourselves, or 1%, because we kept ourselves in the well-rested category at the end of the previous month, so we can go heavy with training to start this month. Gym training is the most intensive training there is of the 3. But we are going to absolutely blitz this first 2 weeks with gym training. We've also got our mechanics to the point where, as you can see, we're at 4% chance of a mistake, less than 5. So we can afford to let that slide a little bit. But we're going to pump in almost another solid week here. We'll give them Sunday off. So 12 straight days of gym training. Sunday to recuperate, get to Monday, and then we'll go into a day of car building. And then we'll go into some split training just so we can continue to boost their speed and keep their skills in check. Okay, so checking our fatigue. I can get possibly a full day in. Yes, just about get a full day in. I'm okay going into Zandvoort with 1% fatigue. That's fine. And then we'll do another couple of days of split training. Maybe. Actually, no. I'm going to go another couple of days of full speed training, I think. That'll put us at 16%. Let's put a morning of car building in as well. It's 21%. I'm unbalancing my other stats by doing that, so yeah, it's still a little unbalanced. Can I get away with a full day of car building, or is that a bit too much? It's close. I can just about get away with it. Oh, wait. Might have Monza the following week. We should still get that reset because we're in that, but I don't want to take too much of a risk. So instead, let's put in a morning of pit stop drills. I guess we're down to 19%. I go back to car building. It stays at 19. We'll go with that. That works out nicely, I think. We'll get a nice little bit of car building to get a bit of extra on that. We're up to 90% now. We've lowered our chance of a mistake down to a fraction over 4%. We've got our estimated average stop time down to in the 1.8s. It never quite works out quite that way, but yeah, our pit crew is absolutely cooking on gas right now. So very, very pleased with that. Let's take a quick look at McLaren's pit stop times. Oh, yeah, their average is terrible. Look. They had that one race, round 9, that was Canada, where they got a lowish stop. Everything else has been just around about 2.5, 2.4, 2.5 seconds on average. And then they've had a couple of spikes as well. One at 4 seconds. They're all the way up at Spa. How have we been doing? Well, yeah, you can see we had a bad week at Melbourne. We had a bad run at Canada. Everything else has been really good. Really good. Let's see Cadillac. Cadillac isn't too bad. They've had spikes in similar situations to us, but our flat line has been more consistent than theirs has. RB have been strong this year. Look at that. They haven't had any major spikes. They've been very, very good. Who else has been strong? Alpine. Alpine have got all sorts of spikes going on with them, but they've had a lot of extreme lows as well. Haas have much improved since they signed Jonathan Wheatley. Again, they've had a couple of big spikes, but some very low lows as well. Interesting. All right, back to the inbox. Let's see. Mercedes have got new side pods, and now they're working on a new chassis. The side pod's apparently very strong. Let's see. Williams having a difficult season, below where they expected to be. I don't think they're doing that bad. I mean, they're not scoring massive points, but they have broken the 100-point barrier again. Max has won a race. He's currently 6th in the standings. Gasly is not having the best of seasons compared to last year. He was certainly more effective last season than he has been this year. We are waiting to see whether or not Kimi will sign for us. And you can see we are in negotiations with him. So based on how that goes, we'll determine whether or not we can sign Gabriele Mini. We're waiting for his scout report to come back. We are going to have to buy out his remaining contract if we want to sign him for this season, which, if we want to try and promote him up next year, we are going to have to do. Here we go. Oh, contract offers for our other guys. I forgot to work on them. Shit. Matthias Spinney. Very tempted to try and sign him for next season. There's Mini. That's his baseline stats. They're pretty good. His accuracy isn't great. His smoothness is pretty bad, as is his defending. His control is excellent, though. How long's he got left? Or, you know, what's he on to in terms of development? He's still in the high development rate. How much would it cost me to sign him immediately? can't lower that any lower. Don't really want to. Let's try that. Because then we can see if we can maybe buy out Joe's contract next year and promote Mini up and have an all-Italian lineup. Fudo has been offered a drive at Sauber. Look at the breakout multiplier they put on. They're offering him 11.38 million, which is more than he's getting from me, with a 1.9 times breakout multiplier, which means his buyout clause is going to be astronomical. He's going to get a 1.7 mil signing bonus, and he's going to get 340 grand just for finishing in the top 14. Holy shit. He is going to bankrupt. He's going to bankrupt that team. Yeah, go. By all means. RB are trying to poach him. Oh, Jesus. They've offered him a really good contract. He wants to stay with us. I think. Let's try him on that. I don't know if that is going to work, but he might just say that other contract's too good. Tondi. We need to re-sign Tondi. This guy is going to be more expensive. Diego still has a year left on his contract. We're good there. Wish someone would try and sign Joe. It would solve my issues immediately for next season. So, Tondi has been offered a job by McLaren for 5 mil. Got our spare rear wings. I kind of want to get some more stuff started, but I'm going to need some money in the bank. So I can't at the moment. So Fudo has gone. Has he gone immediately? No, he's going at the start of next season. Thought he'd gone immediately for a second then. Well, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Theoretically, I won't have to pay a buyout fee on his contract now. Tondi has decided to stay. He's going to save us $500,000. No, he's going to save us nearly $1 million a year, if not more. What was he on at the moment? He's on 4.7 million at the moment. I've just renegotiated him on a 5-year deal for 3.3 million. That's 1.4 mil a season saved. Car delay got him down to 2.8 from 3.7, so that's another 900 mil. So yeah, between the two, we saved 2 million in staffing costs going forward. That's excellent. We've kept our strong core of Italian staff as well. I will make a decision about Mattia soon. Suzuki has been offered a job by Cadillac. Oh, for 3.2 mil. Yeah, go. It's too expensive for me anyway. Go. Please, go. I've been wanting to buy you out, but I couldn't afford it. So, fantastic. Go burden Cadillac's finances. Right, so let's get those new front wings built. Hopefully they will give us a nice improvement. Still waiting to hear back from Kimmy. Kimmy's coming. Kimmy's coming. It's going to cost me $1 million to break for his signing bonus. Kimi Antonelli is transitioning over to us next season. We will have an Italian in a really strong Italian in hopefully a really strong Italian car. That'll be fantastic. New suspension is ready. Let's start building those. Let's see, we are how many days away? 12 days away. If I rush, I can get 2 in 10. Let's do that. Probably need to build a new chassis. Underfloor is done now. I've got a spare chassis at the moment. New side pods are coming. I've got enough underfloors for now. Rear wings. Side pods are a little low. Right, let's have a look. So, chassis isn't great. Front wing. The new front wing is there. It's all right, but it's better than the last one. The rear wing is still pretty decent. The side pods are abysmal. The underfloor is good for drag, not for anything else. The new suspension is pretty good. Look, that's our old suspension. That's our new one. Oh, that's a big improvement. That's a huge improvement. So we need to focus on side pods, it would seem, and chassis and maybe underfloor. We are 20 days away. Okay, what do I want to try and improve the most with the chassis? That would work out quite nicely. Just going to leave it like that, I think. 32 days means we'll have that for Austin. Side pods, we know these are terrible. Let's go with that. And let's get an underfloor as well. I will sacrifice a little bit of the drag, just a tiny bit. So that we still get some gains on the downforce. Yeah, let's go with that. There we go. So we're going to have 3 new parts to bring to the car for Austin for the end of the season, plus whatever else we stick in here, which will probably be maybe a new rear wing. I don't know. Suzuki has gone to Cadillac for next season. Unless she's gone right now. No. She's going next season. Hey, see, look, I wanted to get rid of her anyway because of her 2.2 mil was expensive, but I couldn't afford to break her contract, even though, you know, she didn't have a huge amount of time left. It was too expensive. So we'll let her go. We've got Gabriele Mini hopefully joining us as well. That's actually going to put us in debt when we sign him. I just realised I'm out of money. I've got 30k left. And we're getting low on the hospitality area. I have to keep an eye on that. Getting low there and there. Oh, dear. All right. We're going to need some money from the sponsors. When do we get it? We get it after Monza. There we go. No, wait, that's the ATR period. Where is the sponsor money? Oh, it is there. Same day as the ATR plan. So we are, let's see, 1, 2, 3 weeks away. Okay, that's not too bad. Diego Vorno has gone up a bit. Lovely. Arvid, no. I want to keep you. He wants to go to Cadillac, or Cadillac want to take him. All right, we do have to give him a new deal. We can actually save a bit of money on his wage as well, by the look of it. Mini has accepted, and he'll be joining us instantly. Look at his boosted stats. They are nice for pace. Accuracy needs some work, and smoothness needs some work. So let's find something that will help both of those areas if we can. Smoothness and accuracy. His control's really high. That'll help his adaptability as well. We'll go with wet track training then, I guess. We're now 660k in debts. That'll upset the board a little bit. Oh, speaking of the board, we never did check in with them. How they felt after Spa. Let's have a look. Delighted, of course. Finances are a mess. Even Tony. Yeah, we're building front wings. That's fine. Arvid has accepted an immediate reduction in his wage for an extension. Excellent news. Oh, come on. God damn it. It says 2 parts there, but we have 4 parts. No, 3 parts going through right now. So I'm not sure which one it missed. The underfloor. No worries, dude. You'll be able to catch the replay. You missed out on a pretty interesting race, and certainly a very interesting summer break. So even if you just watched the summer break, the last half an hour or so, you know, you'll definitely want to watch that. Sets up next season very nicely. Great. Well, we had a big window. It was tight to get anything in before the race before Austin, which I think was Singapore. We have a big window between Singapore and Austin anyway. So now we're still on target for new parts for Austin. Paddock rumors. Here we go. Yuki Tsunoda is parting ways with RB to drive for Williams. Ooh, RB have signed Lance Stroll on a 4-season contract to fill the team's vacant seat. Doesn't he drive for them already? So they've re-signed Stroll. That makes sense. Yeah. So if Yuki's the number 1 driver, that'll make him the number 2. That means Stroll will be number 2, which means Stroll is now re-signed as the number 1 driver for next season. Nicholas Solov has been causing a stir. Second place in the F3 Championship, signed as an affiliate with Mercedes. Matthias Spinney, rumours hint the Ferrari has approached him, but as of yet no contract has been finalised. Yeah, well, you know, we've got him on our shortlist to potentially replace Paolo Angelella. Yeah, he's had no history with Kimi. If we do promote what's it? If we do promote Mini, I might switch the engineers over. Put Benisi with Antonelli. Four days till the first practice session. Suspensions are done. Don't have any money to build any more. So I've only got the 2 for now. There's our front wings. We've got 5 of those. And that is strategy prep time. So let's investigate where our car sits. 14th before the new parts go on. So we're on the right chassis. We're on the new front wing. Our downforce is going to get a huge boost with those new parts from Austin onwards. We're on the right rear wing. We're on the right side pod. We're on the right underfloor. That's the new suspension. Puts the car 11th overall. So, oh, actually, go is on the wrong. Let's go. So this is the improvement that we've made to the car. So we gained a nice little bit of speed, a fraction on the acceleration, but the big gains have been the downforce and the tyre preservation. We've taken a tiny bit of weight out of the car as well, an extra 0.8 kilos. That's what it's done to us in the rankings. So definitely given us a bit more speed, got our acceleration up into the upper echelon a little bit. DRS still the same. Downforce has definitely improved, especially in the low. Medium and high have improved a little bit. Bearing in mind that we were looking better than this in the rankings before summer break, so other teams have brought upgrades as well. But we have still taken steps forward. Our dirty air still isn't great, but it is slightly better than it was, I think. Tyre wear has definitely improved. That's nice. So yeah, not bad. And with those 3 new parts that are going through, we're going to get a little bit of speed boost, but we're going to get a significant boost in downforce for the closing stages of the season, which will hopefully stand us in good stead. And then if we can get a really good rear wing dropped in there as well for the high speed bits like Mexico, Vegas, the long DRS straights at Abu Dhabi, Qatar, maybe even improve the downforce a little bit further as well, we could be winning races at the end of the season. We haven't done any research yet for next year. It's a 5% reduction across the board on parts. So I've been trying to just really push the development and hope that we don't lose too much at the end of the year. But what I might do is start putting a lot of development or a lot of research in at the end of the season using our last couple of ATR periods. This might be the last one I do with any hours, the one that's coming up for the development of the car. Even a tiny, long time no here. See you popping in. So let's update Fudo's car. There we go. And let's take a look at where everyone else sits after the summer break, shall we? So, Cadillac haven't had the best car, but they are the comfortable championship leaders. They still sit in that slightly better than the average position there, although their cooling is still excellent. 9th in speed and acceleration, 8th in DRS, 10th, 9th, and 9th in downforce, but excellent dirty air performance. that's something that's carried over from my time there, along with the tyre wear. I've still got 9% tyre wear on us, 10% on engine cooling, and their car's heavier than ours as well. But look at that, though. Look at the difference in the low speed. It's 0.001 G. We've definitely taken a step forward. Right. Red Bull had the best car. They probably still do as well. They've certainly got the quickest car now. They are 0.6 kilometers an hour quicker than us. They've got a little bit more than us in the acceleration. About an extra 3.5% in DRS. A little bit more than us across the board in the downforce, but not, again, monstrously big margins. Who else? RB have had a really strong car recently. Yeah, look at their downforce levels. It's no wonder they've been so good through the corners. Second and first. 7th in dirty air as well. Strong speed and acceleration, just lacking a tiny bit in the DRS. Lance Stroll is their number 1 driver. Yuki's their number 2. So, does that mean Lance is going to the number 2 seat? Who are they signing to replace Lance in the number 1 spot then? We need to have a little bit of an investigation here. Is Max going? Max is going back to Red Bull. Max returns to Red Bull in the number 2 seat to partner up with Charles Leclerc. Oh, that's going to be a powerful partnership. That's going to be very powerful. We know Kimi is joining us. Oscar's still in contract. Teo isn't going anywhere. George isn't going anywhere, much to his chagrin. Look at the size of his buyout fee. He is locked into that terrible team for a while yet. Lando. Where is Lando going? Nowhere yet. He is not signed for anybody else yet. So he could stay at McLaren. He could go to Cadillac and replace Antonelli. Oh no, wait, Fudo's going there, isn't he? Oh no, Fudo's going to Sauber. Yeah, because he's going to bankrupt Sauber with that contract offer. He's going to get 12 mil a season, and he's going to get a 300 and something thousand bonus for top 14. Yeah, he's going to cost them a bloody fortune. Wait, did that just say his development race max? What? How's his development rate suddenly shot up to maximum? Probably scout Kimi, seeing as we don't actually have track of what he's up to at the moment, stat-wise. So Yuki is going to Williams. So that's going to be to replace... Is that to replace Verstappen? No, Verstappen's car 1. So that's to replace Gasly. Unless Gasly's moving across the number 1 seat. What about Behrman? Behrman's going to RB in the number 1 seat. So Behrman is... They're moving Stroll over to the number 2 seat to replace Yuki's number 2 seat, and they're putting Behrman in the number 1 seat next season. Ollie Behrman will be on the grid. Ocon is tied to Alpine for another 3 years. Sainz out of contract at the end of the season, hasn't signed for anybody yet. Gasly is going to McLaren. R2. That's got to be Norris. Norris is out of a job. He hasn't signed anywhere yet. I wonder if we're going to see Norris and Piastri together at Cadillac. It makes the most sense to me, given the seats that are available. I mean, he could go to Mercedes, but Logan Sargent's going to be at Mercedes next season. Zhou's still with us at the moment. Lawson has re-signed for Haas for car 2. That's to replace Perez. So Perez is gone. Who's going to partner him up? Valtteri's out of contract, has not been re-signed yet. Monica is signing for Cadillac as a rookie. We've kept Arvid. We've signed Mini. He'll be joining. Well, he has joined us now. Zane Maloney hasn't signed anywhere yet. Iwasa still has a year left on his deal at Sauber. Ricardo, don't tell me Ricardo's coming back to the grid. Nope. Pepe Marti, no. Albon still has a year left on his deal. Rudolf Fischer, he is a former affiliate of ours, I think, from the early days of Cadillac. He is going to Mercedes. Let's see his career history. No, we fired him. He was in our affiliates, and we fired him. They hired him, and we fired him. Crash Stucker's not going anywhere. Bortoletto hasn't signed for anyone yet. O'Sullivan is going to become a Cadillac. My God, Cadillac is signing all the affiliates. Isaac, no information on him yet. Or Jack. Or Roman. Freddie Vesti. Stoffel has another year to go on his deal. Perez is out of contract, so there's a seat going at Haas. Jack Doohan, out of contract at the end of the season, probably isn't going to get renewed. Taylor Barnard is going to RB as an affiliate. Suzuki, we know she's going to Cadillac. John Berg, no information on him. Tim's staying with us. Haven't renewed his deal yet. Not going to either, I don't think. Franco Colapinto. No. Mansell was staying. Enzo's in free agency. Alexander Dunn. Martinius Stenshorn. No. Felipe. Yardley. Bobby Schwartzman. I am going to potentially sign Leonardo Fornaroli as one of my affiliates for next season. I am still tempted to bring Giovinazzi in as a part-time rookie as well. Oh, look at Mick. He's down to a 68. Oh, Mick. Nikita Bedrin, also a young Italian. Sure, I've just applied more people, more scouts than I've actually got. Kevin Magnus is down to a 66. Abby Pulling's still there. She's got 14 mil on her buyout clause. Nagel has cracked the 61 barrier. He's out of a job. Red Bull have they thought, we'll save a little bit of money. We'll get rid of Ocon. We'll bring in Ludwig Nagel, and after half a season of that, it's like, fuck that. Let's bring in Max. Let's bring Max back. Murray's still out of a contract. No surprise there. Sylvain Petit, also out of a contract. No surprise there. Who is Logan Sieber? Aussie. Going to Alpine next year, apparently. He's going to RB. Again, I'm trying to scout someone I can't scout. Alright, so yeah, my scouts are scouting like 6 people right now. None of them are active. Oh, it's because I've got no money. That's why. I'm not scouting any of them. Oh, your scouts won't work if you don't have money. It's just annoying, but fair, I suppose. Right, there we go. That is the end of tonight's stream. Bit of a long one because we went through the summer period. A very interesting summer period as well. We are going to say goodbye to Fudo at the end of the season, and we have signed Kimi Antonelli to replace him. Potential world champion as well. He is currently, in that hunt for the constructors for the driver's title. He's just 1 point behind Oscar. Oscar has retaken the lead tonight after winning at Spa, but it's so close between those two. And it will be a new engine part for Kimi at the Netherlands as well. Will he come here a runner-up or a championship leader, a championship winner? Kind of hope he comes here as the runner-up in some respects, because I want to earn the number 1 on the Ferrari rather than seeing it on the Ferrari from someone else joining. But as long as we win the Constructors' Championship next season, then that'll be the most important thing, for the team. But I'd like to see Kimi win the driver's title next season. I'd like that to be his first title as well, winning it with Ferrari. Whether that will happen or whether, will that be the fairy tale or will he win it this year? Still got 11 races to go. No, 10 races to go. Yeah, 10 races left to go, plus 3 more sprints as well at Kota, Brazil, and Qatar. So still a huge amount of points up for grabs. In fact, if I work it out with a quick bit of mental maths, we're talking 284 points still available in the Drivers' Championship. That's assuming that you win every race, every sprint, and get the fastest lap in every race as well. So massive amount of points still up for grabs, and only 1 point separating the two. It's anybody's Drivers' Championship at the moment, and we still can't count Leclerc out. He's not that far behind. He's 37 points off Kimi, 38 points off Oscar. The Red Bull is certainly looking like the better package than the Cadillac on paper, but the pairing of Oscar and Kimi has just been so strong. And Charles is doing all the work with no help from his teammate. Next year, it'll be him and Max. Red Bull will be potentially very strong again next season. Could be a very interesting fight between Cadillac, Red Bull, and Ferrari next season. But we need to get through the rest of this one first. Financially, we are now a little up against it. We are in debt. We need to clear that debt, start building up a stockpile of cash, because we've got facilities that are going to need refurbs very soon. Potentially, I would like to get an upgrade or two in where possible. We also need to start thinking about some research to cover off the 5% losses next season where we can. And on top of that, we also need to bankroll the buyout of Zhou's contract if we want to put Gabriele Mini alongside Antonelli, because we're going to have to buy out the last year of Zhou's contract, and that's going to cost me about 7 million, I think. So, yeah, still a lot of work to do to get the team set up for next year. But the performance is coming, and we've got more parts on the way as well. So we will be back tomorrow with the resumption of Season 5, Round 15, the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort. I hope you'll join me for that. If you've enjoyed tonight's stream, then do drop a like on the stream. If you're not yet subscribed, then why not consider subscribing as well? And be sure to hit the bell to be notified when I do go live. Until tomorrow, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.